Woo, everybody, what's up? This is Watchmen 1x3, my new favorite show. I think this is my favorite show. Right now, pretty much. The last episode really just sealed the deal. Hooked me in. Because I gotta be honest, the trailers did not hook me at all. The trailers made it look super boring. I didn't know what this had to do with Watchmen. You know, I watched the movie and it didn't look anything like that. Of course, now I know what a fool I was, because that wasn't what the show was gonna be. It wasn't about anyway. This is about this is a sequel to the comics, so to speak. You know, not the movie. But either way, the trailers did not hook me at all to watch this thing. And then I watched the first episode, and that still didn't hook me. I had no idea what to make of it at the end of the first episode. It just was okay. Just a bunch of stuff, and it's very weird, and I don't know what to do with all that. But something kept me going. The way it was presented to you, I thought it was interesting, and the way it didn't spell anything out for you. And I started to realize that you're gonna have to uncover this stuff for yourself, and everything they're showing you is there for a reason. Episode 2 was the hook, kicker for me, and really that's the one that reeled me in and got me. Louis Gossett Jr. is incredible. That guy is amazing. He's so good. Damn, I didn't know that was the guy from Enemy Mine. Oh man, that ending of the Beastie Boys, it was so good. I knew this show was gonna be gritty. I knew it was gonna be politically charged and controversial. What I wasn't ready for was how much fun the show was going to be. This freaking episode 2 was a blast, and if it keeps going that route, this thing it's got a vibrant energy to it. It's upbeat. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be, you know, cynical or nihilistic kind of stuff, but it's upbeat. It's dare I say optimistic. It feels like it is. It shows that you can do serious. It can be a serious show dealing with serious topics, but also not be all. But also have a fun tone. Don't be all grim and gloom about everything. It's such a unique, refreshing series to me. Most series that go this route end up very gloomy and there's no real happiness in it or something like that. It can get very, you know, grim. But this show is just not letting that happen. The show has these, you know, at times it can get deep into things, but there's a fun, vibrant energy involved in this, as exemplified by the music from Trent Reznor. I found out that music says it all. That this show is meant to be upbeat. It's meant to be electrical, vibrant, you know, vibrantly electrifying or something. Not gloomy. And I love it. I love it so much. I can't wait. So this is episode 3, and quick recap of the episode. Angela Abar, I finally got a name, meets Will, who hung out with the chief. At the end of the episode, she finds out that not only she is his granddaughter. Yeah, she finds out she is the granddaughter of this man. And then tries to get him to the police station, but he takes off in his wheelchair before she can do anything, and it was an amazing final shot with him just leaving off, and it felt like the Watchmen. It felt like the movie, actually. It felt like heroes again. It made me feel like maybe he was one of the original Minutemen. You know, because he'd be the right age. And it shows that maybe they were special. Maybe there was something about them that made them unique, and there really is heroes out here. You don't have to be a big blue man with 2 dicks or whatever. You don't have to be Dr. Manhattan to You don't have to have a giant blue penis to be a superhero. You know, just because you don't have his powers doesn't mean that you don't have abilities. And maybe the Minutemen and the Watchmen and all the crime busters, maybe they weren't all. Maybe they weren't just thugs in suits. They're not thugs in. Maybe they weren't just thugs in costumes. There was more to them. That's what that shot makes me think, because the way he did everything felt very Watchmen to me. He got uplifted by somebody, carried him off in the damn car. It felt very much like a superhero thing. And I think he's gonna bring that other side to it. Okay, now I got a couple of things that I wrote down that I've been thinking about, and I wanted to mention since the episode that I never got a chance to. Okay, so just some of the things that I pointed out, and then we get started. All right, the Mothman. In the second episode, the Mothman showed the paparazzi are flying in, and I thought it was such a weird scene until I realized what it was. The Mothman is Mothman had wings on his back that he used to fly around, and a mechanical wingsuit or something like that in the backpack. It looks like they've adopted the technology, and I realized I get it. This is how the Watchmen is going to show up in this series. I didn't expect. I think that's one of my favorite things about it, is how the world is so well done. It's so well. It understands history. The history of the past is informing the current day that we are watching in such often many surprising ways. So, for instance, the fact that the paparazzi are using those wingsuits says that they've adopted Mothman's technology to use. So even though the Watchmen are no longer around, as far as we know, their technology, their impact on the world is forever. They leave an impact on the world forever. The Mothman suit on the paparazzi, and the first episode, the owl copter thing. So I don't think that's Night Owl's his vehicle. I think that is a police officer version of it, because they had the word police on it. I think they co-opted this technology. Also, Angela Abar was wearing goggles that could see through the wardrobe, which we found the KKK uniform in Judd's closet, which I don't believe is his. I just think there's more to that. The goggles that she was wearing, I think there's very Night Owl-ish, maybe Batman Night Owl-ish. So I think that's another one. So I think every episode we might be seeing we're gonna show something. Oh, and then of course the Rorschach masks are co-opted from the white supremacists. So we're seeing the technology and stuff like that. The characters are still influencing the characters of the past are still influencing, the current world, the contemporary world. So you're seeing I think every episode we're gonna see some kind of technology that shows off from the Watchmen's old era. So I had a suggestion that I was looking at all the different ones, like Minutemen, the dollar bill and I don't know, Hooded Justice and all that. But I was thinking, and just to throw it out there, because I might be the only one to suggest this, but maybe I was trying to think, what would Silk Spectre have done, have influenced in this world? The original Silk Spectre was a sex symbol, less of a crime fighter and more of a sex symbol in that world. And I mean, she was okay with that, right? She didn't mind pornographic images of her, or whatever that was, right? I read about that. So if that was the case, then maybe there is maybe there's a prostitution organization based off of her. Like maybe they've I don't know. Instead of adopting, I mean, if the Mothman use propaganda, use the paparazzi are using Mothman's wings to zoom in onto those places. Maybe because I think Six Factor was a burlesque dancer or something. I don't know. Perhaps there's some kind of like a prostitution ring of prostitute vigilantes. I don't know. But I'm gonna assume that maybe the original Silk Spectre's. If Mothman's wings are with the paparazzi, why can't there be something with the Silk Spectre with prostitutes? Kind of like they've been influenced by her world, and now it's like a slash, like this organization of prostitutes who also go out and beat up criminals, something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like we're gonna see something like that. It does HBO, they will totally do something like that. But something that was influenced by the original Silk Spectre. But I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Also, I've noticed something else, a theme going through every episode so far. There is something weird in each episode. Except for a few odd things, the world of the Watchmen so far feels very familiar to us, in some ways, and some of it, but the show keeps telling us, the show keeps finding ways to let us know this is not your 2019. This is an alternate world. In every episode, they drop something in there that's weird. Think about it. First episode, they showed the squid raining from the sky. We don't have that for sure. And it just like, what is that? Why? What? You leave you feeling kind of strange. And the second episode, it was the Mothman paparazzi flying in from the sky. I was thinking, what the hell am I looking at? I felt uncomfortable in my stomach. I felt weird because I was like, what am I watching? What am I watching? And now I understand. I think you're supposed to be caught off guard. You're supposed to feel weird because those things that they're going to show you are to make you realize you're not in the world you think you are. No other little weird things like the mask, yellow on the cop car instead of blue, but those are the major ones. Every episode, I think that every episode will feature something unsettling that reminds you you're not in the world you think you are. This is an alternate 2019 with a completely, very different history from the one we have. Some things are similar, some things are not. Most of it is not. And the things that are not are the biggest. They make the biggest change in this whole world. And so I think every episode is going to remind you of that. Where it's something they're going to show something freaking unsettling. You watch. Something else interesting. It explains a lot from the first episode. The police are not the police anymore. Apparently, after the White Knight. Oh, by the way, no. Angela Abar got shot, and what happened to her? How did she survive? She got shot. She was disarmed. She couldn't do anything. She freaking unconscious. Where was her husband? Where did he go? Is he working with the KKK? I don't know. Also, the fact that they're kind of making it look like Judd is in fact one of them, one of the KKK or one of the 7th Cavalry, because there were two of them. What happened to the other guy? I don't know. She closes her eyes, she wakes up, and there's Judd looking at her in the hospital bed. Looking down at her in the hospital bed, and he's shot in the freaking hand. How many bad guys have you seen? They shoot themselves in the hand or leg in order to pretend like they're part of the good guys, right? Like, get him, he shot me in the leg, or he stabbed me in the hand, or something. Stabbed me in the leg, shot me in the hand, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's looking more and more like it is so. But he looked very sorry about the whole thing. I don't know what to make of that. But I don't think it's as clear-cut as... I really like Judd, so I don't think it's not as clear-cut as he's just the bad guy. There's more going on. Also, so the other thing that happened was, he pretty much said the police are no longer the police. The police after the White Knight, the ones who survived, all resigned from their position. The only ones who stayed on was Angela and Judd, which says to me that right now, based on my information, that means that they recruited civilians who may have their own agenda. That's not really a good idea, because you don't know what they would. They need help. Why would you volunteer? They needed help, obviously, Angela them. But if you go and get a bunch of other vigilante people, you're just asking for trouble. Because those civilians may have their own. They want to kill some white supremacists or whatever. They just want to go out and take their anger on possibly innocent people. That explains so much. Because the first episode, the police look very unorganized a bit and kind of gangstery. The Red Scare, which I found out that was his name. He's not even American, isn't he? He sounds like he's from Russia. I don't know what the heck's up with Looking Glass. He never takes off his mask, not even to watch the freaking show. The show they were watching, the Hero Story thing. Weird. He doesn't even take off his mask in the interrogation in the car when he was kind of interrogating Angela, freaking eating nuts, right, with the mask up like this. Weird. But he takes off his mask in front of Judd. and at the hub, the pod. So I don't know. But the point is, the police force is no longer the police force. Whoever came back into it, these are thugs. These are just civilians, possibly. I don't know how they recruited them, but you don't. That's dangerous. And sure enough, look what's happening now. After Judge's death, they just went after the Nixonville guys, and it just looks like chaos. These are just thugs. These are just gangsters going out there to take. You killed our leader. You killed your leader, kind of thing. This is not professional police work at all, and that was already shown with the brutality they showed in the last episode. So these guys are just neither side is being portrayed in a very good light. But the police force are losing credibility more and more every episode. Also, the newspaper that they were handing out only in the beginning part, they were talking about Robert Redford and Joe King. I think that I believe the newspaper was the New Frontiersman. Yeah, the New Frontiersman, right? That's the newspaper that Rorschach put his journal into, the right-wing paper, I believe. Also, I noticed that Adrian Veidt, I don't know how you pronounce it. I like Veidt. Adrian Veidt. It's gotta be German or something, right? Adrian Veidt is making tomatoes on trees. I never noticed that. I thought it was an apple or something. I didn't really pay attention to it. But he's making apples on trees, so he's doing genetic stuff, which makes sense because he's also got apparently appears to be clones. I thought they were robots, but when he lit on fire, that's not a robot anymore. It even cracks it even breaks bone like cooks like a human, breaks like a human. It's some kind of clone thing. My question is who is it clones of? Who is the original specimen for these two clones? And also, where the fuck is he? I don't know where he is. He is in his own limbo world, somewhere out there, and the time doesn't seem to fit with anything else. His storyline is so disjointed from everything else that's going on. And I love it. I'm trying to uncover what the hell's going on because his story is so different from anything else that's happening. You could actually cut it out, and right now it has no connection to anything else that's happening in the story. But that's so different from anything I've ever seen, and I love it so much. I just like watching something that I've never seen before, and that to me is kind of original. The dropping in this story that had nothing to do with the other ones, but it will somewhere down the line, I'm sure of it. But Ozymandias is celebrating his. I missed this the first time. He was celebrating his 2nd year. 2 candles on the cake, I believe. What? There's no way a year has gone by, so time isn't following the same path on his own. Either we don't even know if he's on Earth at this point. I'm starting to doubt he's actually in the UK or any place in Europe or whatever. I'm starting to feel like he's. I don't know. Maybe he's on Mars with Manhattan and he's playing sandcastles or whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I think yeah, but definitely whatever's happening over there is not the same timeline as what's happening on Earth with Angela Abar now. Also, I also figured out the Manhattan blocks. Those are the floating mechanical blocks. I thought the kid had superpowers. Also, I didn't realize his name was Topher. I thought it was Hyper. I thought it was a girl. It's actually a boy, Topher. And I thought he had superpowers because he had that. I didn't think it was really superpowers. There's no way. But I didn't see the Manhattan blocks on the side. So they're magnetic things with like a magnetic ground. Wow, some futuristic looking shit. But okay. Ugh. That's almost everything. One last thing. I have a theory. It's not gonna pan out though. No way. But seeing as the German propaganda posters, which I thought was a really cool idea, a really neat thing to show in the beginning. I had no idea that I thought that was real, right? That the Germans actually sent out propaganda posters to lure black American soldiers over to their side. I thought that was so cool. It was such a cool idea. He I mean, it was a neat way to. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. Anyway, just I feel like I'm getting a history lesson while I'm doing all this stuff, and I like it. I'm learning stuff from it. Anyway, the fact that he kept that poster all these freaking years, like 80-something years, something like that. I don't know, 90-something years, 98 years, something like that. He kept it for so long. Makes me think that maybe he was influenced by it. Okay, so think about it this way, right? The Germans used that propaganda poster to try and lure black Americans who they knew America wasn't treated properly. They felt like they were being disrespected, seen as lesser. They were victims and all that. I wonder if maybe. Would it be crazy if he ended up being the leader of the white supremacist group? Will, the one in the wheelchair. What if he ended up being the leader of the white supremacist group? I don't think it's going to happen anymore. But what if he's not really, he's just using them for his own nefarious means? He uses that poster to, he got the idea from the German propaganda poster. But instead of blacks, it's now whites who feel like they're the victim. And Will is using that poster as strategy. Will is using that poster strategy to lure white supremacists to his cause because they now feel like they're the victim instead of black people. It's like turning racism on its head. Where the victims of World War I, the black people felt like they were victims in World War I, and the white people were treating them like lesser beings. Now, in current day time, the white people may be feeling like they are the victims, and the black people are the superior ones looking down upon them. And thus Will is using that, because he could wear a mask and you wouldn't know who he was. He could be using that to recruit them to his side for some unyet seen master plan. That might be too much for this show to even do, though. That would be incredible, because they would turn on their heads. But that might be too much for even this show to have thought of. I don't know. I wanted to throw it out there. I don't know if that's probably not going to happen. He's looking like he's actually a good guy. But just throwing it out there. Or maybe he joined the Germans. Seeing what happened in Tulsa, what's happening now, what's happening in Tulsa and all that, what's happening now, maybe it radicalized him and he became a German. I don't know. Either way, I don't know. But that's all for that. Whew, I tried to say it as fast as I could. Okay. I had a lot on my mind on the freaking show. It's so cool. There's so much to think about here. And I think it's so well done. So much to think about. You just gotta kind of sit back and take it all in, listen very well. You gotta watch every single frame. What I love is I feel like these writers and all that, they really did a good job of adapting this properly. They know what they're doing, and you just gotta kind of pay attention. You just gotta pay attention, man, and it's all coming. Man. You get to kind of theorize and do all that stuff the whole time, extrapolate from what's around you. They don't spoon-feed you anything. Love it. Okay, let's go. What does she do? Where does she go from here? He's escaped her captivity. I guess she continues her investigation. I'm waiting for the FBI agent lady. I'm assuming it's expected to show up because that's gonna be interesting. Because that may be the first. Oh, that may be the first of the original characters that we get to see. Also, I forgot to mention, I have a theory that Will is hooded justice. Look at his, look at him. His outfit is got the red, and he hung Judd up by his neck, which if you look at hooded justice, he has a hood. He has a noose around his neck. It fits perfectly, and he's wearing the black, and you can't see a single ounce of skin Why couldn't he be a black dude doing all this? He was Hooded Justice. He was one of the first. He'd be the right age. That he was the first ever Watchmen person, the first Minuteman to reveal himself, first costume vigilante to reveal himself in public, and he would be the right age for that. And he'd be this old now. It would make perfect sense. Also, they are foreshadowing it by showing clips of it in the show, right? The American Hero story features in the second episode features Hooded Justice. Hooded Justice keeps coming up in very interesting ways, very, very subtle ways, and in not so subtle ways. They freaking just showed that freaking clip of the show within the show, and then you got Will. I think he could be Hooded Justice. I think there's a pretty good chance. Also, this also goes towards the theory that he was radicalized by the propaganda posters, and he actually became a German supporter because I believe that Hooded Justice was a Hitler supporter. But the only thing that shows it off is I believe also that Hooded Justice was gay. And Will apparently had a baby, a blood relative, his granddaughter. That means he did the deed, and he had a kid, and the kid had a kid. So unless he decided, maybe he's bi, he decided to try it out once. I don't know. But if he was gay, then it doesn't. That part kind of failed. But if he wasn't gay, or that part is not relevant, then it actually makes a lot of sense, because the fact that the Hooded Justice was a Hitler supporter, and this guy may have been radicalized by Germans, they may be hitting that whole thing. This could be the origin story. That could have been the origin story of Hooded Justice. That would make that Tulsa thing even more interesting, because to find out that that's what it did to someone. Anyway, why did he show up now? What is it about now? Why did he hang Judd now? What's going on? Why now? That's the big question. Let's go and watch episode 3. Yes! Woo! That was a lot. I did it. Hey, anybody stuck around for all of that, I appreciate it. I think I worked very hard, and I think that was something worth listening to. I think I did a lot of research on that. I thought a lot about that stuff. I also looked up stuff since then, and I found out I'm not the only one who thinks that's Hooded Justice. I'm not the only one who thinks he's Hooded Justice. Like the costume alone, the red outline and stuff, come on, it's gotta be him. But hey, I called it. And I did that before I looked anything up. That's my own idea at first, figure Hooded Justice, straight up. Just call it like I see it. Let's do it. Square Pub. Whoa, Mars. So she's sending a message to Dr. Manhattan? That's gotta be Silk Spectre.
I've got a joke. Stop me if you've heard this one.
What is that?
There's this guy. He's a bricklayer. Anyway, this guy has a daughter. He shows the daughter how to do everything, step by step. Only one problem. There's a brick left over. This daddy, wait, I have an idea. She picks up the orphan brick and she throws it up into the air. And then shit. I messed it up. Okay, forget that joke. Can I tell you another one?
Whoa! Whoa, I didn't expect that. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Is it him? Is it Night Owl? It looks like it. It acts like it. What the heck is Silk Spectre doing?
It's illegal.
Oh, it's a trap.
Super smart for federal trap.
Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, shit. So now she... Oh, wow. Code, man. Code. There's more going on there. Come on. How would she have gone the exact opposite way? What the hell?
He's a hero!
It's a fucking joke.
Are you fucking pig?
Oh, shit.
Hey, Devo.
What? Space junk?
Senator King.
Agent Blake.
Whoa.
Today was Mr. Shadow.
Shit from rich ass.
So wait, that wasn't Night Owl then?
You're quite...
She would never do that to her whole lover. That guy was too young too, I think. I bet you he's a superhero. He's got the chin for it.
Uptown.
So what's his game?
Am I going out of town, Joe?
She's coming to Oklahoma.
The deputy director, president can pardon anybody he wants. Anybody. He could even get your owl out of that cage.
Oh, okay, so Night Owl is here. Oh my gosh. So we haven't seen him yet. Oh, good. There's no way that kid was Night Owl. Please, I'm so glad. There she is. Oh my goodness.
Forget
So
the brick. 3 heroes die.
She's a
They all
hunter.
show up at the pearly gates. God asks, so how many people did you kill? 0. He says, I didn't take a single life. Your heart's in the right place, but you're just too soft. And God snaps his fingers. And the hero goes to hell.
What the hell is this?
Oh, it's an excerpt from Rorschach's journal.
Is it the 1980s, Petey?
No, sir.
Then who gives a shit about Rorschach? Next slide. Coordinated
I do.
simultaneous attacks at the homes of Tulsa PD. Laurie, you can't go in there alone.
Him.
Yes, I like him. He's the only one who recognized Rorschach's involvement in this. He appreciated the path, the choice. I like her. She's amazing. She rocked as Martha Logan. She hates it. She hates that she's hunting them now.
His Vite got plastic surgery and is now living incognito down there.
Well, you clearly have a hard-on for the past, so
Yeah.
what do you want me to sign?
And then see, I knew it. He's a past dude.
The most powerful being in existence.
He used to date that dude.
And before I was recruited by the FBI to run the slide projector, I had a PhD in history. Please don't treat me like I'm some kind of fan.
Some might even say he was the smartest man in the world. Dropped a giant alien squid on New York. How many people did you kill? 3 million? Give or take. You're a fucking monster.
Prison transport. Red Scare. Oh man, hers is kind of cool. She's got like a net. Godfather, you know? See, even she's looking at it, this place is going crazy.
Before we can send you back. It's clear.
We apologize for any inconvenience.
I know there's a line, but could I go next?
Please don't
What does
touch
this
it.
thing do?
This is awesome. She's gonna deconstruct everything he's doing, make them all look like idiots.
It determined
So it's a racist detector.
that's an oversimplification. Not as of yet, no.
She makes them all look like idiots for wearing masks. That's awesome.
Sorry, I gotta...
Sister Knight obtained the intel in a secondary
She beat the
interrogation.
shit out
Is
of her.
that Tulsa for beat the shit out of him?
I did not personally observe.
Not everybody
So,
agrees
his
with your freaking ways,
sister,
man.
That'd be Angela Abar.
Yes, it would.
She around? One hair left. He's blue. And he likes to stroll around with his dick hanging out. He can teleport. He got size. A live body and a dead body have the same number of particles, so it doesn't matter. I know you're sending me to hell. How do you know that, Ask? Because I'm already there.
Y'all are gonna have to surrender any firearms.
Laurie Blake, FBI. Here, let me give you my card. My deepest condolences.
She's like Michael Jackson right there.
Before we lay him to rest.
Oh boy, right after she found the goddamn hooded outfit. Oh.
We knew we might not always be lucky and
Oh shit, where are they? They're gonna bomb the funeral.
get along, little doggy. Get
Yeah,
along.
she's gonna cry.
along.
That was a suicide vest. Yeah, because it looks like it was. Oh my gosh, he's right there.
Fucking move!
Setup.
Okay.
He is 7th Cavalry. This is to make him look innocent. Oh.
Do not attempt to fuck.
Whoa! Oh shit! Oh my god! Wait, but that's his. Is that his Corvette? Go! Wow! Is this Ozymandias? Ozymandias, gotta be. It's so weird. It has to be him. Yep, it's him. The whole thing has just got this weird thing about it. It has to be him. He's making a costume. It's a hat. Yeah, he's getting armor. He's getting pieces from everywhere. He's making it for him? He's not on Earth. No way. He must be in space or something. In the first episode, they showed it went up into the stars. And then we transitioned to this. So he must be in space or something. Wherever he is, he's trapped, I think. He's gonna die. Yeah, he's dead. Obviously, it's happened before. Is that... Well, we're venturing out into the world. Whoa. The way he holds himself reminds me of the old Ozymandias from the movie. Wow, right in the eye. He still got it. What? Oh shit. So it's been 3 years. What? What was that? Was that one of the cops? He's a prisoner. That much I know. That much I understand now.
Furthermore, I would never imagine to transgress the terms upon which we agreed. Repeat your ridiculous accusations in person. All best wishes and encouragement. Adrian White.
Well, we know it's him for sure, if it was any doubt. But he's now pronounced his name as Vite. Oh my gosh, he is not wearing it. Oh my gosh. Why would he do it? Why would he have done that during the funeral? I think it was just a public setup to make him look good. Whoa.
What was in it? You tell me. What was it?
She knows. Oh shit.
And frankly,
she's good.
But here's the thing about me, Sister Knight. I eat good guys for breakfast.
Don't you end. Oh. I'm not afraid of you.
Where did you come from? Asked Scott. Oh, no.
So he was doing what else that?
God gives her a good long, but
Oh, what?
I'm the little girl who threw the brick in the air. Something falling. The brick. Game over. He's dead. He goes to hell. Good joke.
That's how
I
it
don't
ends.
know why I keep coming to these stupid phone booths. I'm telling you, sometimes it's nice to pretend. The assholes down here still think you give a shit. Though you've been living on another fucking planet for 30 years. But we're not really worth giving a shit about anyway, are we?
Recording complete.
Good night, John.
Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Oh, they're not saying it. Oh my god. It's a... Oh my gosh. Each episode is better than the freaking last one. Oh, G-Smart is so good. I'm freaking shaking, man. This is so exciting. G-Smart is freaking fantastic. Shit, I love her. I love her so much. She's so good. I love how she just waltzes into Oklahoma and just Tulsa. It makes them all look like idiots for even wearing masks. As soon as she just walks in, she's looking around because she was the OG. She's the original masked. I mean, she's not the original. She is a real vigilante. She was fighting back then with the real of them. She was real. She was one of the real ones. And so when she comes back to see all this, just it's a joke to her. I love the whole long form of a joke. The whole episode. I knew it was gonna be when she failed to. I knew she was because we kept coming back to it. I figured, oh, are we gonna do this whole episode? I didn't quite get the joke. Kind of got it. She faked the fact that she actually did. The first joke was to get to the second joke, and they all come out at the end. What was it? It had something to do with the bricklayer, some master bricklayer who taught his daughter how to build a house or something. Build something. I missed it. Build something out of bricks, and it was tough. The one brick that was the one brick that wasn't completed, right? They had one brick left over. And it's supposed to be the best bricklayer in the world. Every brick has a purpose. And the last brick she uses to like freaking shatter the ceiling and kill God. Shit. I had to look back at it again because I didn't quite get the joke. But it was so good. Oh my god. This is definitely my favorite series. Oh man. Oh jeez. I was freaking so excited. It was so cool. I don't know. She was just so good walking around and just taking everything in and making everybody look like a freaking joke because she knows what's really up, and so we're definitely going to see some relation. I mean, we saw his relationship with Dr. Manhattan. He's definitely going to show up by the end of this. I cannot wait for to see his face. And we heard it. Okay, so I was so glad because when they showed that robbery scene, there was no way I was Night Owl. I was thinking that's not Night Owl. First of all, he looks too young, and there's no way he'd be caught that easily. But I thought it was him for a second there. I'm glad it's not him because that means we're still saving his. He's gonna be in this thing, right? He is gonna be in this. It sounds like she is now a vigilante hunter, anti-vigilante task force or whatever, anti-vigilante task force, like AVTF, FTF, I don't know, but she hunts down vigilantes who are still, apparently because some people are still doing this, like they set up the whole bank, they had to set up the whole bank thing just so she could do that. Clever. I thought she was a bad guy at first, she was supposed to think, and then they switched it around. But apparently, you can tell she doesn't like what she does. But it almost sounds like she's being blackmailed in a way. Because apparently they have Night Owl in captivity. They have Night Owl. They have her lover. They have her boyfriend, whatever husband, in captivity, it sounds like. So maybe she's forced to do this for them. They had offered a deal with her. If she goes to Tulsa, Oklahoma, that they could actually get him released. But you can tell she doesn't like what she does. She's over the whole thing. She's seen a lot of shit. We don't know what's happened to her over time, but she's definitely... Okay, well, it looks like nobody's in charge of the police department anymore. And I thought she was going to be in charge, but she's not. She's just here to investigate. And it looks like she's going to kind of come up against Angela Abor. She's not... She kind of took over this episode, which is so good. I wouldn't mind if she was the freaking lead, but she comes in here and she makes them like a mockery of it, the whole process, like fools. And there's definitely more going on here than just the white supremacy movement. In fact, when you find out that she's involved and that she's an FBI agent and what she's doing, it makes it look like the white supremacy is just a Tulsa thing. It made it look like it was a really big deal. But then you realize that it's not that big deal on the whole world stage. It's actually pretty small. And when she walks into it, it's just, what's happening in Oklahoma? You know what I mean? It's nothing. It's just Oklahoma. The only Tulsa is dealing with this thing right now. But this is not something that's happening worldwide. It's like, oh my God, I gotta go deal with this. And apparently they don't believe it. Joe King, they don't believe that it's actually the white supremacy. They believe it's something else going on here, far more sinister. Something to do with, what was it? I forgot what he said. Oh, a vigilante would kill Judd for some reason. They think he was a vigilante, which it probably was for the justice. I loved watching her make a conversation with John on the phone. In her eyes, she was angry, and she was saying how not like you give a shit about us, not like you ever gave a shit about us. But in her face, her eyes say to me, "Please say something. I just would like to hear your voice or something." Because I think deep inside, even after all this time, she's not 100% cynical. She still has that hope. There's that young hope in her eyes that maybe he could still be, maybe he does still have something in there. She looks like she's alone then. I mean, she whipped out the maximum size blue ass dildo. God damn. It looks like him and all that shit. So wait, does that mean she's not with Night Owl then? Freaking damn, she needs the ultimate size one. But then she went and got the guy involved in it. He got to do it with Silk Spectre, but why? I don't know. I don't know. Why I mean, it would kind of cool if he just toned it down, man. But okay, that was very strange. Okay, there wasn't really anything. There wasn't actually anything in this episode that was very weird or off. So I guess that's not gonna happen every episode, But I'm sure it will still come up throughout the series. Weird things that show up and whatnot like that, There was no Louis Gossett Jr. in this episode, But what was that supposed to mean at the end when the car drops right in front of her and she starts laughing? She sees someone going off. I guess they took him out of the car. He's inside the whatever vehicle he was taken off in. He's probably in that vehicle. They dropped the car in front of her. Sorry. What is that supposed to mean? It looks like she knew. To me, it looks like she knew whoever was in the car. That's what I'm gonna go with right now. I'm gonna go examine the episode again, and I should just do like a review episode so I don't have to do like long half an hour pieces. I think maybe I'll just do like a review separately. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But anyway, it looks like she knew. I think she knew who that was in that car. That's why she's laughing like manically, like that, maniacally. Oh yeah, and then of course we had Ozymandias, and I love how we got to see more of his world. He's definitely trapped. He's a prisoner by the game warden or whatever. What happened? How did he get caught? How does the smartest man in the world get caught? I don't get it. Smartest person in the world. How did he get caught? But I loved how he put on his own outfit. This is probably the first. Besides Dr. Manhattan, who we only get to see from, a microcosm distance away, a micro millimeter of him. We barely got to see anything of him. Just a blue light. They probably just did it in After Effects. Just boop, there you go. He's done. We just paid a blue dot at the minute. Add Gaussian blur and I don't know, glow effect or something. There was nothing there. You could barely see him. But we finally got to see somebody with the outfit on from the old times. Man, you really could watch the movie. It could actually work that way, You could watch the movie, and then this actually could work as a sequel to the movie in some ways. Because it feels like we're just carrying on from the movie. It's amazing. Night Owl is still out there. That part, all that stuff is still the same. And watching her talking to, Blue Man and all that, it's all there. It feels like, it's amazing. This show is getting more and more Watchmen as it goes along. Can't believe it. Can't wait to see what else figure shit gets dropped on us on the next episode, literally and figuratively. But I think she knows whoever was in that copter. That's probably it's not Night Owl. He's captured. So somebody's flying around. Who is it? She either knows who it is, or she senses some shit going on here. That was a message to her. With the car dropping in front of her, that was a message to her. Yeah. Anyway, I've been talking long enough. This is fun. This is amazing. I can't wait for the next episode next Sunday. Please join me on that one. Thanks, guys, for watching this, man. Oh, jeez. Well, we're gonna be in for one hell of a ride. All right, I'm gonna go watch it again now and think about it. See ya. Watchmen forever.